we're going to race. Welcome to this episode of Heartbreak Garage, and here we are in my lovely, luxurious Range Rover Sport. She's a 2009 facelift, which means she's of the 3-litre twin turbo variety, and she's really nice, but she's got some annoying faults like the inlet manifold split and bits and pieces. So these videos are going to comprise of me fixing my Range Rover for cheap money and trying to save some bangers along the way, because I'd prefer to spend my money on fun things. Although I do love the car, I don't want it to be breaking the bank. So this is champagne motoring on lemonade money. Let's get on. So here we are working on my wife's Range Rover Sport. New left-hand inlet manifold to go on, and since we're in there, a new timing belt. And follow me along to see how it goes. We're actually comparing the difference between the Land Rover main dealer genuine part and the eBay bought part for a third of the price. So here we go. If it don't fit, don't force it. So here we are, we're at this point, and the cam belt cover's off, so I can gain access to the 2 bolts that are behind the cam belt cover that hold the inlet manifold on. These 2 here, right? So we've done that, so now we're going to proceed and remove the inlet manifold, and then once we've done the inlet manifold, we'll do the cam belt kit, and we'll all be happy days again. So here we go. So because I'm clumsy, I dropped my pliers down there. See them red handles there? So now I've got to find them, which is perfect. So the reason I'm doing all this is because the inlet manifold is split where the 2 joints attach, and putting the engine management light on, and we can't hold any boost. So that's what all this oil is around everywhere. And now we've just got to get rid of this pipe, fuel rail, injectors, wiring harness, bits and pieces of sound deadening and everything else. Load of pipe work all the way in there to make it happen. So let's have it. So we're getting down to some of the more difficult parts of the operation, and what I wanted to show you here was these spill off pipes. I don't know whether you can see very well, the light's not the best in here. Let's try and get some light on the subject. Yeah, so these spill off pipes here, so that's them there, and basically when they're on the injector they're pushed down like that. And what you want to do is you just grab them. It's hard to do one-handed because I'm holding the camera. And you slide that part of the collar up so it looks like that one. And then when you go to put them back on, you just push them back on and slide the collar up. So you push them back on, to get them off, you just get a pair of pliers, grab that end, slide the collar off, but be dead careful with them because they're dead plasticky and rubbish and crap. So this is where I'm working. I'm getting the fuel rail off here so I can get the manifold off. We've got 2 bolts there, and a third one. You can't even see. Hold on, let me get my red pointer. And there's a bolt there as well that holds the EGR valves for the fuel cooler mounting bracket. That's what we're removing now. Fuel cooler, fuel rail even. So that bolt there holds the fuel. That bolt there holds the EGR valve to the fuel rail mounting bracket. And you need to get that off to get the fuel rail bracket out to get the inlet manifold off. Here we go. And there we can see we've got a little 8mm here, a 10mm there, and a 10mm in there to get off and remove this bracket so we can get to the bolts that retain the inlet manifold stroke rocker cover. So there we are, all the injector bolts are out and we're ready to pull the injectors out. They normally don't seize in, these are pretty good because they're so far in there. But, we'll get the injectors out. Hey up, it's Dad with the biscuits.
How you doing?
Alright, how are you?
Yeah.
Doing this
Yeah.
inlet manifold cambelt job.
Oh, it's a cambelt as well, is it?
Thought I may as well since I'm in there. So there we are, we've got the old unit out and just need a clean up and a cup of tea and put it all back together. There's the old one on the floor that had split all down this sealed joint there. And there's the new one in the box, eBay special, 60 quid, we'll see how good that is. These are my ancillary units, alternator belt, all the pulleys, tensioners, the fan, cambelt cover and some sound deadening. When you put the cambelt cover on, you want to make sure you get the bolts done up in the holes everyone forgets about and leaves loose. And we got the fuel rail, injector pipes, injectors. So yeah. New inlet manifold gone on. I've saved you the inconvenience of cleaning it. I've just done that. And what I like to do is just put a little bit of sealant in each of the corners of here, just to help it, you know, just like that. There you go. Only a fucking tiny bit. You don't need loads in there. So we're just about to put the injectors in, and normally what you get off Land Rover is a little bag, and you get an injector clamp and a pipe and seals and new washer in there, but they're really expensive. So what I do is measured the size of the injector washers and I order my own in off eBay, and they're much cheaper, and that's what I do. So there they are there. It's up to you what you do, but this is what I do, and it's always worked out well for me because I don't like spending money. So we've got an eBay inlet manifold, eBay copper washers for the injectors, and we're all happy days because these little packs are really expensive to buy. So like with everything you buy off eBay, sometimes you've got to be a bit careful, and we gave the inlet manifold a good scrutinise, and I had to clean up some holes and do some little bits of bobs with the file and the drill in there to make it all nice. And the same goes with the old copper washers. Now these are the same washers out of the same part numbers off the same supplier, and you can see that one there, and then this one here is the one that's right and we're going to use, and it's like there is a big difference there. I don't know, see, focusing on that, I don't know what's gone on there, but that one is obviously not correct. So you just, when you're buying cheap shit parts, you just got to watch what they are and be sure, be ready if they're not packeted right or not quite correct. You want to put your injectors back in the order they came out. Just to... Alright then. So, the old inlet manifold, well, the new inlet manifold, the old one's on the floor. There, with all the rest of the shit. The new inlet manifold is in, and now we're just turning our attention to the cambelt. Now, I've never done the cambelt on this, so when I bought it, I never bothered doing it either. So now seems like the perfect opportunity. Although it looks in really good order, we're going to change it anyway. So yeah, sound. Crack the 13s off. Oh, they're tight. Shouldn't be that tight, never mind. Fucking hell. There we go. Sorry about the light, but it's dark. So, there we go. Let's get this bolt out of here. There we go. Two idlers, one tensioner and a belt. So there's a nice Deco belt here. tensioners, an idler, and hopefully a belt in there somewhere. You want to try not to drop these on the floor. They're plastic and stuff, and they don't respond well to being thrown on the floor. Oh, there's the new belt. Marvellous. So, use a little bit of cardboard in the bottom pulley to hold the belt on. Just going to pull him off and send it all the way that way. So then I can get him back on. Right, sound. That's what I wanted. So now push that. So on the tensioner here, there's an arrow with the direction of travel on it and an Allen key. So you put your Allen key in and you turn it in the direction of travel, and then there's a little dick sticking out of the side of the aluminium casting, or a pointer, and you just line the cutout with the little dick, and you're all tensioned up. You probably need a mirror for this manoeuvre without fingerprints all over it. called for manifold absolute pressure, mass, volume, airflow correlation, and turbo boost pressure low. So clear, no faults. Back. And fingers crossed, we're all good. So we did the job. I got it done. On the old eBay manifold, 65 quid. Did the trick. Saved ourselves a considerable amount of money. She did take a little bit of arsing about, a little bit of filing here and there in the holes to make the bolts go through nice, because one thing you don't want to be doing when you're doing one of them is messing about trying to get the bolts through the holes, because it's awkward enough without. So that's what I did. I had a good look at it. I saw the flaws in the product. I rectified them with a file, nice and easy, and I managed to save myself at least 200 quid on the job. I'd never fitted one of those. I fit loads of those. I do loads of Range Rovers, and I'd never fitted an eBay one. But to be fair, for the money, I was pleasantly surprised. Would I buy another one? Yeah, I would. I'd fit another one on my own car. I mean, you've got to remember, I don't have to pay for my labour. So if the parts I buy don't do the trick, it only costs me the price of the part. If you've got to pay a garage to actually fit that part, it's a different story. And some garages do refuse to fit eBay bits. But if you're doing it yourself and you're willing to have a go, it is a nightmare job. It's not a great job, but once you've done a few, you're into it. I mean, that job there took me from about 5:30 in the evening till about 10:30, 11:15 at night. I didn't stop. I just cracked on. Inlet manifold, cambelt kit, and now she's running like a dream. So it's time to give the motor back to my wife and wait for the next text message when it doesn't work anymore. Remember, if it don't fit, don't force it, and keep smiling.